I've been making videos on YouTube since 2012. I have one channel with over 7,000 subscribers and a few million views. And this is one of the most important aspects that nobody talks about. To get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. This is the traditional approach where the box is your account and the seed you see over here is your niche. But since you're human, you like to create other stuff. Perhaps slightly different topic, perhaps the complete opposite. Now you're not stupid, but still you create about it. So let's say the first topic you create about is about personal branding. And yes, I'm taking a personal example here. And let's say the second topic is about YouTube channels and how you grow them. They're different. They're different topics, but they all fall under category marketing or even the category making money online, right? But you don't know which category you will make money from, or you just often procrastinate unless you can create about a different topic. So this over here is the traditional approach, and this is likely to happen, that you post topics, you use titles, you talk about stuff that is always slightly different, but we deal with algorithms, Instagram algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, LinkedIn algorithm, Twitter algorithm, and they don't like it when you do this, especially if you're small. Because what happens when you're small, the sample size that they push your content to is still very small. Whereas with a large channel, of course, there's a big bucket and your video still has the potential to go viral. So let's remove this, because what happens when this video about personal branding blows up? It hits its ceiling. It can't grow further than this box, than your account. And it is also hitting the other seed, in this case the other topic, and the people that have subscribed already to your channel, to your Instagram account, wherever. And what happens when it blows up, but it hits its ceiling? Well, then you have a viral video. But then your other topic can't grow that much because it's being blocked by the other one. Gets less sunshine from the algorithm, it dies out. At the same time, we have created a box around our seeds because we are simply not being clever. And this box is exactly preventing us from growing further because the other one is also in its way. So what can you do? Simply do not do this. Better said, create an account for every topic. There you go. This means that you could end up with many accounts because you have either no idea what to create about, what will make you money. But this is the clever approach. And then once you see the channel that you can make the most amount of money with, you can focus more on that. But then it can grow. And if you don't like that, you don't have to stop or switch. You simply continue on the other channel and you create more on that. This makes sure that you're just being smart for the algorithm, because the algorithm is putting your channel inside a box. It's using your titles, your thumbnails, but let's say for now, for simplicity, your titles to target people that are interested in that. But if you talk about personal branding and then also how to grow your YouTube channel, you will reach very different people there. People who are personal branding on different platforms. And editors who are wanting to know how to edit better for clients they work with. Whereas you maybe talk more about creators who have a personal brand on YouTube. And this is likely being heard in your video, being seen in your title, being seen in the other videos on your channel. So if you're being smart, you create a channel for every topic. And try to be more specific and try to stick to that topic on that channel. Now, not much will go wrong when one of your videos gets more views, let's say 1,000 views instead of 50. But then you say, well, I also talk about this. And now you have a few hundred subscribers who are interested in this stuff, preventing this one from growing. Whereas with the free seed, the channel where you only post that stuff can grow and grow and grow until it reaches its natural ceiling. And with that I mean the videos on the channel reach their natural ceiling. And what is that natural ceiling? In order to understand that, you have to understand how specifically the YouTube algorithm works, but also Instagram algorithm and the others. But let's talk about YouTube right now, because I'm very experienced on YouTube. I'm creating on YouTube since 2012. I've got a video with over 1 million views, channel with over 7,000 subscribers, and created more than 600 videos on the platform. And this is simply one of the most impactful things you can do in order to grow as fast as possible. And it's just the most effective way. And if you look at these two seeds, they're both the same video, but posted on a different channel. Over here, the same video, exactly the same, will reach its ceiling at 1,000 views, whereas the same video on this channel reaches 1 million views. This is not a conspiracy, this is really happening. This is an actual experiment that I have run and still run. So you can't really say it's an experiment anymore. But I've proven this for myself. I care about the truth, not about beliefs. I care about finding out for myself, and I think you may want to consider that too. Because otherwise you're just simply believing perhaps lies, perhaps things that aren't true, or aren't true for you in your specific situation. And this is what I found to be true. 1 million views instead of 1,000, because it's simply a different channel. This channel is optimized, or better said, it is primed in order to get that. Whereas this one is boxed. It's the same video. How is this possible? Well, if on this one you only talk about YouTube, then it's already much more specific. How to grow your YouTube channel, that is your topic, or niche, whatever you want to call it. Now, if that's the only thing you talk about on that channel, then the pool, the type of people are more specific and therefore much similar, because they're mostly people who have a YouTube channel or are thinking about starting one. So there you have two differences already, but you get the point. It is not people with a personal brand on Instagram. They could be, but for sure they are interested in YouTube, or they already have a YouTube channel. And being this more specific will help the same video pop off and go viral, simply because YouTube is pushing out any video, as you know probably, to your subscribers. Not just in their subscription feed in a different tab on the YouTube app or desktop, but also on the home feed. As you know, the people you're subscribed to, you see their videos on your home feed. And over here, they both start at the same spot, right? They both start with 0 views. And then YouTube is testing it out to your current subscribers, who are much more specific here and only interested in growing their YouTube channel. Well, they have other interests as well, but you get the point, right? Over here we have people who are interested in their personal brands, starting one, perhaps having one, perhaps only Instagram focused, whatever the case may be. So much less people who are interested in growing their YouTube channel than over here. You could see it as a percentage, right? How much percentage of your subscribers are interested in it. And of course YouTube is pushing it out to a lot of your subscribers. That's a very big pool they test, a very important one to them, because if your subscribers are already not interested in your video, why would strangers, right? But then this one can grow and grow and grow, because the people are actually watching it at a higher percentage than over here, because you just simply have a more specific audience, and then it can reach its natural ceiling over there. Whereas this one is more of an artificial ceiling, because you have simply boxed yourself in an ineffective way. But then Jordan, will I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 YouTube channels? I like to talk about cooking, but also about this and that. Oh yeah, and why not? I mean, there's a reason why nobody ever mentioned this before to you. It's because I came up with this myself by thinking about this. I care about the truth and finding it. That's how I found this. And it's not some unimportant thing. It's one of the most effective things you can do. First of all, understanding this concept, and then doing with it what you like. But it brings me to a very important point, because over here we have silly, and over here we have clever Billy. So are you a silly Billy or clever Billy? Because silly Billies procrastinate. Why? Because they have one channel. Remember? They have one channel to post on. And they probably, because they kind of understand this concept already, perhaps they only talk about personal branding. And they want to talk more about other things as well. Or only if they could. They would not procrastinate on any day. And just the videos would be much better, because it just comes naturally instead of forced. If they had multiple channels and therefore could post about anything. Then you can ask about, well, is that a clever thing to do if you optimize for making money? Because not every topic is making you money right now. Perhaps one channel is monetized, perhaps one Instagram account has much more followers, perhaps you have a product in that niche to sell already. You get the point. But silly Billies procrastinate, whereas clever Billies create. Silly Billies also are stuck in a niche, whereas clever Billies are free. We all want freedom. Sometimes we just don't know how to find it. And then silly Billy, and we have a lot of them in the world, unfortunately, believes, and in this case, believes big YouTubers, simply because they have a lot of subscribers, make a lot of views, perhaps make a lot of money. And therefore they believe anything they say, or a lot, without thinking for themselves. So what do they believe from them? Well, you probably heard it often. Big YouTubers, famous people say you should focus, you should work hard, and especially you should not do shiny object syndrome. Create one channel, create about one thing, stick with one business, because that's how you will reach success. Now, is that true? Could be, but it's very dependent. But you believe it. Why? Because the person that says it has achieved perhaps something that you want. Whereas clever Billy assumes that it could be right, but he experiments, or she, and therefore finds out, that person will know instead of believe. This is how I found out about this concept. This is exactly why one video on one of my channels, as we speak, has 195 views, while the channel has 389 subscribers. And a similar video, edited differently, but very similar, on a channel that is primed for success with only 28 subscribers, right? So more than 10 times less. Just do a guess before I tell you, how many views do you think that video gets? No, don't make a guess, you will be way higher than it is. But that video got 726 views as we speak. Now, is that a lot? That's so much? No, it isn't. But that is right now. Before we posted that video on that channel, it only got 3 subs, right? And it's only posted 3 days ago. Just to make sure that you don't think I'm speaking crap here, I won't talk about that. I will just mention the facts. So you don't need more subscribers, you may need less. Or maybe better said, to be truthful, more specific subscribers. But then there's a big truth about money to be found as well. And as with many things, it goes completely opposite to what the majority of even big creators are telling you. Because how do you make the most money as soon as possible? Well, you want to make sure that you know what content to create. Not just on the channel, we've covered that, but about the content itself. With that, we can be more specific. The title, right? Or more broad, what is the topic of the video that will make you the most amount of money, gets you the most amount of clients, gets you the most amount of serious people that in the future you can sell a product to, where you get the highest conversion rate in the future, right? Because if you're building a channel like this, and you eventually sell a product, or perhaps are already doing so, you could end up with a very low conversion rate of 0.01%. Whereas if you prime each of your channels, each channel could get 1% conversion rate, even higher. Meaning you don't need many views, meaning you don't need many subscribers. Now, which one is more easy? Which one is faster? Which one is more effective? Well, there's only one way to find out, and you can find this out. You want to pinpoint profitable content. Otherwise, you could be wasting your time. You're basically gambling. You're hoping that it eventually will work out. But you could end up with a 0.1% conversion rate on a product you sell. Perhaps it's a course, perhaps it's a software, perhaps it's another digital product or physical product. But if this happens after years or perhaps 6 months of creating, nobody buys your stuff, or very few, because it's 0.01%, and you only have 1,000 subscribers or hundreds of views on your videos, well, then you have a problem, because you won't sell much and you will make either a loss or very little money. Therefore, you want to find right now what content is most profitable to create, because it won't leave you with a very low conversion rate, but it will leave you with a very high conversion rate of serious people that are willing to pay for something you already have. And exactly that is what I explain in the workshop that I've created. You can access below, just enter your email. So you can stop wasting your time or your content or the money in your editor if you have a video editor. Because you're basically creating stuff that is losing you money. Because there are people right now that are willing to pay you for something you already have, that you don't have to build, that is already there. And you're simply not reaching them. And they're simply not being able to find you because you do this whole thing wrong. Again, just enter in your email and I will let you know when it's ready to access. So you can finally find out for yourself instead of believing or hoping that it will work out, because you're only 1,000 people away from actually reaching your financial goals. Or I should say financial freedom, but only if you're creating the right content. So may you do less of the wrong stuff, my friend. And if you found this video insightful, I'm sure you like this one too. Talk soon.